Yo, what's good, everybody, man? Hope y'all doing swell, bro. Today, we're gonna be reacting to a video called Shows I Would Hate to Live In. I'm pretty sure we talk about horror shit and everything. Shout out to Derek FDB. I like to do videos. I like react to his shit.
You know, growing up,
Let's see
just
what bro
like
talking
movies,
about.
I always wanted to be on TV.
Yeah.
And again, not like on TV, more like in the show. But now that I've wised up, I realize I don't want to be in any of these shows. These shows would be terrible to live in.
Hell
And that's what
yeah.
we'll be going over today. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be going over some shows
What's
I
the first show we
absolutely
talking about?
hate to live in. And don't worry, I know everyone doesn't watch every show, so I'll try and tell you everything you need to know before I explain why I'd hate living in them, all right? And in the end, I'll go over one of the shows that I would not only hate to live in the most, but also a show I've been meaning to talk about.
I do not want to live in Stranger Things. Everything's just fucked, bro. In Stranger Things, everything's just going fucked, bro. You got Demogorgons running around and shit, tearing niggas apart. We got Vecna ass lifting niggas up, cracking their ankles and bones and all that shit. Niggas controlling minds and shit. We got 11 ass always having a bloody nose and shit, bro. Like, it's just too much.
For a minute. And without further ado,
oh, first one, Chainsaw Man? Nah. If I'm a regular civilian ass nigga, nah, I don't want to live in that shit. Cause Chainsaw Man, they basically got devils in them, if I remember correctly. It's like devils or something like that. Like Denji, he got a chainsaw devil on him and shit, some shit like that. Yeah, nah, cause it's just ain't there like devils just roaming around like some weird creature shit just be roaming around and shit. Hell nah, I'm cool off that. Could I survive? Probably.
Chainsaw Man gotta be one of the worst shows to live in. And I'm saying this as someone who loves this series. Like, I really do love it, bro. The movie made me cry. But please keep me away from the show. Before I even talk about it, let me give you the rundown like I said. If you've never seen it, Chainsaw Man's this anime where we follow this teenager named Denji, who after getting murked by some Yakuza members, comes back to life with the ability to release chainsaws from his body and becomes a devil hunter.
Okay, yeah, he started becoming devil hunter. Look like shit like this roaming around. He find devils and shit. Like, nah, bro, I'm not living in that shit.
You see, that's where the problem lies in this show. Not the chainsaws coming out.
All we got devil hunters.
That probably would hurt though. But the devils. The world in this show is full of them, and these things are the worst. The devils in this show are pretty much human-hating, human-eating monsters that come from fear. Human fears. Each one of them being a different concept.
Oh yeah, so they all everywhere then. Human fear?
Well, let's take for example something I'm scared of. Dolls. I don't rock with them, and neither do a lot of people on Earth. I ain't alone. And it
oh, I think with me, I think it would probably be. I think it would be spiders. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't fuck with no spider. Now, if it's like an itty bitty spider somewhere and shit, know what I'm saying? I'll probably, pack that nigga up. But if that's a motherfucker the size of my hand, hell nah. I'll move out the next fucking day. You got the crib, gang. It's all yours. That corner, if you stay in that corner, we can make something work. You start moving though, fuck no. If I lose sight of you, I'm leaving.
In the Chainsaw Man world, this fear we have for them would be enough to create a doll devil, but only one. You following? So now imagine that whole process I just said, but for like every single thing ever. I mean it too, everything. A car devil, a doctor devil, an awkward silence devil. Anything to be a devil as long as people are scared of it. But that's not even all of it, because since the devils in this world come from fear, it only makes sense that the strongest ones are not only the most feared, but they can gain or lose strength depending on what's going on in the world. New Conjuring film drops, Ghost Devil gets stronger. Inflation goes up, unemployment devil gets stronger.
Oh, okay, I see.
Ceasefire happens, Israel devil gets weaker.
Message!
It's such a cool power system, but like, I'm admiring it from a distance. I don't want to live there. It would be terrifying. You don't know when they could randomly strike. Imagine you just chilling at the crib one day, in the living room, minding your business.
And a motherfucking devil pops out of nowhere or some shit. Your biggest fear, a big ass spider come out of nowhere shit. The same size of spider from RE9. I'll just kill myself.
Oh wow. It's a really nice day outside.
Damn.
The gun devil just sneezed and blasted away your crib in 5 cities. And they don't even gotta be to that scale.
Yeah,
even
the
if you
gun devil. That nigga was fucking everybody up.
Scary devil, you'd probably get packed. You're human. And in that situation, dying wouldn't even be the worst part. It's the aftermath. It would be embarrassing. Imagine my homies come to my funeral asking what killed me. Did they say what got him? Yeah, They said it was the cheese devil. There's hella lactose intolerant people. It probably could. And that's not even me mentioning devil contracts. I'm not even gonna get into that. Like I said, I love this show, but Chainsaw Man is horrible to live in. But
It is. If I'm a devil though, I think if I'm clean as shit though, if I'm a clean, tough ass devil ability, then I could probably make some shit work.
To live in Chainsaw Man than to live in
The Amazing Digital Circus. So, I watched this actually. I don't think I finished it. I think I'm like episode 7 or 6, 1 or 2. I was watching it when it was still on YouTube, but now they got it on Netflix. But with this, I'm pretty sure from what I remember is these are actual people, but they got, I don't know if they died and got isekai or they just woke up and as like a fucking cartoon or some shit. And like they trying to find a way out, but I guess they can't get a way out, and like they're just in the digital circus, really going through stories and shit, so they like they won't be bored and shit. That's not real.
Some of y'all may know this show, some of y'all may not, but the ones that do know. For as vibrant and as colorful as this show may seem, it has a dark undertone. Like this show is prison. This show is
it's basically a fucking prison. You just can't do shit. Like this nigga right here, he give you like adventures and shit to do, so you can like I guess not be bored, but like it's not real.
This show where we follow this group of people who are trapped in a video game.
Yeah, okay, they trapped in a video game.
They put on these headsets one day and were transported into the game, and now they're stuck. So it's kind of like Sword Art Online, minus the weird brother and sister stuff. And I think the reason for this one is pretty straightforward, guys. Why would I ever want to be in this situation? Why? If I'm in here, I'd literally be trapped. Trapped as a goofy looking video game character, which by the way, can one of y'all draw me as one? I want to see what y'all think I look like. With no memory of my name and forced to go on daily adventures by this lunatic AI that's running the circus. This junk is horrible. And that's not even all of it, because if, or should I say when, I eventually lose my mind in this world, I'll abstract, which is pretty much...
yeah, if you lose your minds in this shit, you abstract. Basically, you become some type of fucking defigured, glitching looking monster or some shit like that. Basically, you're dead technically, you lost your sanity. And like, there's no hope for you. And they throw you somewhere inside like a basement or some shit with all the rest of the abstract niggas that abstracted.
The equivalent of death. You become a giant digital monster and they pretty much toss you in the basement forever. This place is terrible, and that's just episode 1 stuff. When you combine that with the stuff we learned in the latest episode, man, this place is purgatory.
Hey, no spoilers, gang.
Only bright side about this place is the people you're stuck with are pretty chill. Like hanging out with Kinger or Zubul would be dope. And there might be a way to get out. I know after the latest episode it's not looking like it, but I still believe. Unless it's like that one Black Mirror episode where
I remember Black Mirror.
A real person trapped, you're actually a copy of someone real, but just in the game. That'd be messed up.
Absolutely fucking not. Oh my god, I would hate to live in Derry. Especially after watching Welcome to Derry. Like when I watch the movies, I ain't think much about it. And I'm thinking, alright, I'll slap this nigga for real. Like he ain't doing shit. After watching the show, he got that shit. That's a whole different threat. Like, hell nah, bro. If I was living in Derry, I was just dead. Really, fuck. Like, he control everything. That's his domain expansion, bro. He knows everything's going on there. He can make you see shit, manipulate shit. Like, you can't do shit in Derry. And then if you leave Derry, you forget all that happened in Derry. So, say you in Los Angeles now, and you be like, yo, DJ, for our next trip, we should go to Derry. Whole time, y'all not knowing that y'all been there already, experienced all types of shit.
So I just finished watching this show, and let me tell you something. If I'm not stepping a foot in Chainsaw Man, you couldn't get a follicle of me in Derry. Before I even get into it, if you don't know, this show in simple terms is a prequel to the movie.
Like, this nigga was freaking summoning freaking Miss Jutsus and shit.
You know, killer clown named Pennywise, likes to eat kids, but just based in the 1960s, where we learn a little more about him and, you know, see what this motherfucker goes up to before the 80s. And the special thing about this show is, this is the first show on the list to have multiple reasons why I would never ever want to live there.
This is literally to be the first show.
This dude Pennywise. A lot of y'all may know I've spoken about this guy on my channel before, saying how I'd beat the white off his skin and bully him to death.
See, that's what I'm saying. In the movie, and when you watch the movies, it's like, man, I ain't really tripping off Pennywise for real. Like, I really do that nigga something for real type shit. But when you watch this nigga show, it really shows you how, like, this nigga be holding shit back. Like, he be bullshitting. Like, he could have really killed these kids if he really wanted to, if he wasn't bullshitting.
But y'all, I don't know what happened in those 20-something years between this show and the movie, but
Thank
this
you.
dude in the show is way more terrifying than in the movie. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. I don't know what happened, but this dude glued down those 27 years. He's washed. The difference is
He had to
like
be
in the
washed.
movie, yeah, he'll do some scary stuff like transform into a creepy painted lady or a giant lumberjack statue. But in the show, this guy will shapeshift into your deceased
This
mother
nigga, this
and
had
make
to be
her
prom Pennywise, some shit.
give birth to you again. Oh, what the y'all see what I mean? This dude in the show is different. Stuff got so scary for the kids in this show that these
kids, well, Lily was pissing me off. That's the only name, Lily. I had talking about we need to go to the sewers. So we got that young all that bullshit. I'm like, no the fuck we don't. First of all, this nigga here is dead. Alright? We know that. I had talking about, she said something about going to the sewers, bro. She was getting on my nerve. I'm like, Lily, shut your ass up. My nigga Rich. My nigga Rich. That's the best character in the show. MVP. This nigga cool too. She was cool too. It was just Lily sometimes got on my nerve, but she was cool.
These kids started popping pills to avoid being scared of Pennywise.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
This is ridiculous.
Whole time, that's him right there.
I think about it. Point is, if you living in Derry and this dude got an eye on you, just hang it up, bro, because it ain't even up to you. You gotta just pray this dude thinks you won't taste good or he's just not hungry.
And then, like, if you try to leave Derry, if he eyeing you down, you try to leave Derry, he might put your ass. He might, cause you already hit domain expansion, so he might just fuck up your head and shit. Like when that nigga in the first episode, when that nigga Matt, spoilers by the way, when the first episode with that nigga Matt, I think his name, that nigga was trying to like leave Derry and shit. Whole time he was in the car with some fucking things that Pennywise set up and shit, bro. So whole time he wasn't leaving Derry, he was just coming back over and over. So it's like, damn, this nigga's cooked off from the beginning.
Today. And that's another thing that's bad about this. Since you a kid, even if you go and tell people you seen this dude, they not gonna believe you.
Yeah.
You a
Take
kid,
it to a freaking
and
asylum.
it's the 60s. Even if you tell your parents, they ain't gonna care. These is Cold War times, baby. World War III can happen any second. Ain't got time to be worrying about your kids. But that ain't even the worst about Derry, because even if you don't run into Penny, like I just said, let's not forget, this show is based in the 1960s.
Racist.
Which, in my opinion, might be even worse than dealing with Pennywise. Because aside from the fact that there wasn't much to do in the 60s besides, like, I don't know, smoke cigarettes indoors. Let's remember, these times were not the safest for colored folk. And this show showed that very clearly. Like, I already knew how bad the racism was back then from what I learned in US history. But seeing it on the screen, bro, these
niggas, bro, like, it was not that deep.
Racist. Like, shockingly
racist as fuck.
I don't want to dive
Fuck
into
that
it
cop.
too much, but if you want to know how bad it is, there's a scene in the show where this one guy gets wrongfully accused of murking 3 kids. And when he's given an opportunity to clear his name by just saying where he was the night of the incident, he refuses. Yeah, he refuses in fear of getting into more trouble. Which just had me thinking, damn, what could this guy have been doing that could get you into more trouble than triple homicide?
That just say, that nigga's a winter soldier.
You wanna know what he was doing? Hanging out with a white woman. That's all he was doing.
That's all he was doing. Hanging out with a white woman.
Just hanging out. They got a little more buddy than that. And she was married. But still, that probably has some of y'all thinking, why wouldn't he just say that? An affair is clearly not worse than murking 3 children, right? And you're right. That would definitely not get you in trouble.
Because of the color.
Today. But in the 60s, if the wrong group of white men get wind that their abusive buddy's wife had relations with a black man, they grabbing a phone book, grabbing a rope, grabbing their robe,
shotgun.
They ride at dawn. Yeah, this junk used to be a death sentence. Do you know how ridiculous that is? Like, killing someone because your wife wants them is already stupid enough. But doing it off the basis of race is just even more stupid.
Fuck that nigga
Does
too.
that mean if it was a white dude sleeping with his wife, he would have just been cool with it? Ah, go ahead, honey.
Alright, go ahead. Do your
keep
shit.
Me out of Derry. This place is the worst, bro. The crazy part is there's even more messed up racist stuff that happens later in the show.
A lot more crazy shit.
Spoil. So when you combo that with freaking Pennywise, yeah, this is gonna be horrible. I'm still whooping the movie version of him though. Don't get it twisted. But the
movie version, honestly, if he doing that shit in the TV version, he can still do it in the movie version. And them niggas had help. So like, and it's only me, so I'm dead.
Show version, if he had my friend hostage like he had that one dude in the first movie and I told him to give him back and he told me
no. Nigga, he told me no, I'm finna Fuck wrong with him?
Yeah, keep him, bro. I'll make new friends.
Oh, you gang? Keep
Now,
him.
for the show that I've been wanting to talk about for a minute.
Who? Stranger Things. Nah. I couldn't live in Stranger Things either. Goddamn, like I said earlier, Demogorgons running around and shit. We got Vecna from the what they call it, the underground, they call it. Goddamn, going in niggas' heads and shit and pulling them up in the air and twisting their bodies and shit.
No need to introduce this one. Everyone knows this show,
Hell
Stranger
yeah.
Things. Now look, I really like this show, but as much as I like it, as much as it's been beloved
I didn't like the final season.
for years, and I mean years, this show has been out since I was in 8th grade. You know how
Nah, for real. I don't think I was in 8th grade though. I think I was a little bit younger after that. But this shit was going on for so fucking long. Like, it should have been over with. Like, it got to the point at the last season, these was grown ass motherfuckers. Like, motherfuckers was not freaking 18, 19, fucking 16 or whatever the fuck. Like, the motherfuckers was grown.
insane that is? I went from being pretty much the same age as these kids to now I'm freaking 6 years older than them. That's crazy. As much as I like it, if I had a choice, I'm not living in Hawkins, Indiana. I'm not. From season 1 through season 5, this place has been the epicenter of so many problems, it's not even funny. Season 1, you got a Demogorgon, which is pretty much a monster running around trying to eat you.
Yeah,
Season
run
2, you
around
don't have
eating
a
your ass, going
Demogorgon,
through
but you
portals
got
and shit.
Demo Dogs trying to eat you. Season 3, you got the Mind Flayer, Town Folk
Hell
possessed by the
nah.
Mind Flayer. And
I forgot about that. The time folks and shit. Motherfuckers killing you or some shit, and then taking you to the Mind Flayer, and that motherfucker turning you into like, hell nah. You got them fucking pipes going through your fucking mouth and shit, throwing shit. Hell nah.
and Russians after you. Season 4, you got Vecna, who was pretty much the one running the whole operation, going after you. And then
That's
season 5 is just season 4, but he's stronger now, and everyone got 25% cornier. This is horrible. And
This
the main
bullshit.
cast
Yeah,
is
lame
the
ass
ones that
season.
had to deal with all of it. And I'm gonna be honest, if I'm in their shoes, I don't think I'm making it. Not as a main character. Whether it be
Yeah, I'm
death
dead.
or me running away, I wouldn't last long. Matter of fact,
I'm leaving Hawkins.
I'll go down every season and I'll tell you every moment I would have called it if I even made it there. Season 1. The second me and the gang find out Will is missing and find his little girl near where he went missing and she got superpowers, yeah, deuces. Peace out. Unless it's me getting those powers, peace. Season
that
2,
shit.
Will start doing that hallucinating, neck touching stuff in front of me. I'm out.
Deuces.
I'm out. Especially if I ever see him cough up a slug.
I don't want to see that.
I'm out. Then season 3. See, season 3 is unique because at first it'll seem like everything is smooth. You know, it's the summer.
Yeah,
11
not saying
closed the
summer,
gate last season.
not saying
Nelson's
what, the
chilling at
90s,
pool and stuff.
having
We
fun.
good. But the second I see we got Russia involved in our business, now Russia, a world
Oh, Soviet
superpower, is
Union.
involved in our business. Season 4, I don't even gotta see anything real.
And then season 4, did he damn, season 5, did it start off like this with the freaking, cracks on the ground and shit? I think it did. I forgot. But yeah, bro, you got cracks on the ground, smoke coming up, red skies and shit, bro.
I probably won't even
It's
make it to
hell.
Vecna. Because when I hear the description of Chrissy's body after what Vecna did to her,
Ooh,
yeah, I think I'm
he
gonna sit this one
twisted
out,
the
y'all.
fuck
And
out
then
her.
season 5, man, after the stuff we went through in season 4, anything is enough for me to dip at this point. My guy, Max is in a coma. So the second I hear Dustin say some corny stuff like, I want to see Vecna's heart on a platter.
Oh, the nigga. Shut your lame ass Dungeons and Dragons lame ass up, nigga. This is real life, nigga. We can die. I would have like, nigga, get the fuck out of
Are
here.
you serious, bro? What are you gonna do about it? I'm
Exactly.
out, bro.
What exactly are you gonna do? You.
That's just being in the main cast. Even as a regular person in Hawkins, not a part of the main cast.
And all them niggas won by plot. Like, you not telling me them niggas is going against that big ass monster and winning that shit. 11 ass always fucking getting a headache and a nosebleed and shit, using her powers and shit. And them niggas won that shit. Like, bro.
I'm not willing to be here. Because if
Holy
I'm
plot.
not in the main cast, that means I don't know anything about
You
what's
gonna be a
going on
Bob
in
ass,
this
you gonna be a
world
Bob.
at
You
all.
gonna be a
So
Bob.
imagine if I'm in season 4 and I hear that Vecna clock. I'm not gonna be prepared. I won't even know what's going on.
You gonna be hearing saxophones right after that shit too.
I'm gonna just be like, hey, that's a neat looking clock. And it's gonna be like that every time because I'm a curious guy. Doesn't matter what situation I'm in. A main cast member, a main cast parent, a civ. If I'm in Hawkins, Indiana, I'm finished. Even
Dead
if
as
I'm
fuck.
born straight into Hawkins lab and I'm one of them telekinetic force wielding
Still
children,
dead as fuck.
I'ma just
Henry
get
cooked
freaking
all them all.
Slimed
Henry
out by
cooked
Henry. So
every
it don't
last.
matter.
Henry cooked them niggas.
Man, you couldn't freaking pay me to be in Hawkins. Even excluding all this upside down Vecna stuff, I still don't want to be there. Not only would I, let's be honest, probably be a nerd so I'd get bullied, but also there's a chance I'd be friends with the main cast, and I don't want to be friends with the main cast. Yeah, it might sound crazy because all of them seem cool and all, but I've been noticing patterns, and I can confidently say, these dudes are some snakes. Who would want to be in a friend group when you got dudes like Will trying to take his homegirl's boyfriend?
I don't like girls. I was like, bro, get the fuck out of here, bro. My sister is in danger, and you telling me you don't like females, bro? Get the fuck out of my face.
And dudes like Steve, who's trying to take Nancy away from Jonathan, who originally took Nancy away from him. You think I'm gonna be cool with these dudes? You must be out of your mind. That was a group of snakes. You can't have shit in this friend group, especially if it was like the Steve, Jonathan, and Nancy situation. I'd be pissed. I'm too insecure for that. Let my girl bandage up her ex how Nancy was bandaging up Steve last season.
Like, yo, let that nigga bleed out, bro.
I'm gonna be heated when she come back. You like him or something? Why you wouldn't just let him bleed out? And you might say, oh, that's only 2 or 3 people out of the whole group. And to that I say, that's 2 or 3 snakes too many. Let me put it like this. If you had a batch of 10 apples, right? And out of those 10, 2 or 3 of them could take your girl from you, you probably not buying the batch, are you? That's all I'm saying. I'm not willing to take the risk. These dudes cannot be my homies. Still love y'all though. At the time of recording this, season 5, volume 1 is only out, so I don't know how it ends yet. Maybe it'll give me more reasons to want to live there. But I have some predictions. Spoiler warning, because these might be accurate. I don't know. I'm kind of a genius. Starting with a crazy one. Someone's gonna die. Not for real though. I think Robin and Steve are probably gone. I'm not gonna lie.
Did someone die? Nah, Robin and Steve didn't die.
And they can't keep Steve in the show, bro. He's gonna take Nancy away from Jonathan. Number 8, I don't think she'll die, but maybe.
She died.
It might be Punisher for giving us the most boring episode of the entire show. I'm still standing by it. That episode was boring. I actually find it funny that after her reveal in the last episode of Volume 1, all of a sudden, hella people liked this episode. Like a bunch of y'all just came out the woodworks and said, yeah, the most boring.
I mean, I didn't think the episode was bad. I was fucking with it. I said it seemed cool. I want like this shit ass. I was like, it was cool. Got to see like one of her old, friends and shit that was in the lab and shit. Gave it a little bit of a lore.
The most random episode in the entire series that had no point in the story until 8 years later. Yeah, that one was always my favorite. But y'all just lying. And I think they gonna try to make Vecna good. Honestly, I think that's the direction we're going.
That nigga did.
He was looking at that cave.
They tried a little bit. It was like a little bit, but he was like, "Nah, nigga, we are one."
I don't want to sympathize with someone who killed mad kids, unless it's like Darth Vader. You know, that's a little different. That's pretty much all the shows I wanted to go over in this video, and y'all know what to do. Comment down below which show you thought was.
Okay. Yeah, man, and that ending was shit too. 11 is dead. Talking about something I believe. That be dead, bro. Yeah, out of all the places, all the places though in this video that I would not want to live in is Derry. I'm not living in Derry. Hell no, that's just automatic kill. I got a chance in all the other ones at least, but Derry, fuck no. If I'm targeted by Pennywise, it's an automatic kill. I might as well just take myself out. And at that point, if you die in Derry, nobody really ever dies in Derry. You just stuck there in Derry in the afterlife, I guess, just stuck. You don't actually go on. Anyway, man, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If it did, like, subscribe, and shit. Let me know what other reactions y'all want to see, TV shows, movies, and games. And I got y'all with it, bro. Catch y'all in the next one. Peace. And it goes a little something like